What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to be doing an optics review, the Holosun 512C. Now, before we do that, as always, got to mention the Patron Supporters. Thank you guys very much. Because the YouTube channel still exists, and because of that, we do cool stuff over on the Patron page, like exclusive content, answering all your questions, and I bounce video ideas off you on occasion, so I appreciate the input. Also down there in the description is a link to a local homeless shelter that I like to support over in Ames, Iowa. I appreciate if you go over there and support those kids, so you gotta click that link and donate. And finally, if you're interested in this optic, there will be an Optics Planet link and a pinned comment down below. The Holosun 512C. I initially wasn't interested in this optic, however, it is one of the better surprises that I've gotten in a long time. As you can see here, it looks like a really large aim point acro, kind of. And in a weird way, it sort of operates like that as well. It's a very awesome little red dot, similar in function to the Eotech series, if you guys are familiar with that. I've used in SOCOM for a really long time, and they're very famous for their reticle and their reflex design, making the optic very fast. The Holosun 512C has that exact same thing going for it, except, in my opinion, has a lot of advantages even over the Eotech, which is why we're reviewing it today and why I requested it from Optics Planet. It is a very large window, as you can see right there, and it's really easy to hit with overall. Now, if you guys can see that reticle there, if I cover up the front, it's a little bit easier to see. It's got a 65 MOA circle on it with a 2 MOA dot in the front. And what that allows you to do is really speed up when it comes to shooting quickly up close. And it also allows for a fairly precise sight picture at distance, which again is why the Eotech is so popular. Now, the Eotech's certainly not popular for battery life or durability. This optic, however, actually does have an extremely good battery life. On top of that, it has solar panels on the top there. The solar panels allow it to run even if the battery is completely dead. As long as you're in the sun, it will work just like a Trijicon ACOG. With the battery, though, which is in this little compartment right here that has this little QD thing, and you essentially just open this up and pull out the little battery compartment there and put a battery in. I'm not going to do it, but all you do is flip that switch and pull it out. The battery life on this is 50,000 hours. So in my opinion, it really is the best of both worlds. I really don't like optics that have a limited battery life because I'm kind of lazy and I'm kind of forgetful on occasion. And even though you don't admit it, I bet you are too. And if I don't have to change my battery every month, I don't want to. If I can change it every year, let's say, with something like this or an Aimpoint T2, T1, which is why I run those optics, it's a lot better for me overall. Now, the reflex capabilities of the optic, for some reason it doesn't want to brighten up right here. I think it's because of the lights and stuff like that. But if I cover it up for some reason, you can see the reticle real well. However, as you can see there, for the very big window that it has, it's really easy to acquire targets. And it's parallax-free, obviously. And the benefit of this over something like an Eotech is that you don't have an exposed rear to get a bunch of junk like snow or mud or rain into. And people say that doesn't happen. It does happen. Say that would be pretty effective. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
The advantage to having a mount included is that you don't have to pay for it, which is really nice. It was easy for me to acquire targets, and it was the perfect spot. It kind of reminded me of kind of a 1/3 co-witness. Another advantage to having a very large sight picture is that in weird positions, like rollover prone, for example, shooting under a car, shooting around a car, shooting around a barricade, real life type of stuff, it's much easier to get a sight picture and acquire a target and make a shot than it is for other optics, especially magnified optics. The optic has 12 brightness settings and 2 night vision settings if you're into that. Personally, I don't have night vision, but if you do, more power to you. That stuff's cool, and you can easily run this optic with your nods if you want to. This optic is also completely waterproof, which is real nice. So if you're up there in Portlandia, you don't have to worry about the rain or anything like that. And down here, I don't have to worry about the snow and all kinds of weather conditions we have down here. If an optic isn't durable enough to deal with weather, I'm not interested again. Now, we did do some durability tests with this, as you can see here, some impromptu durability tests where we dropped it out on the range a bunch on the rifles, and I had no problems whatsoever. On top of that, I've seen durability tests on this online, and they performed really well. Some of the lower end Holosun optics perform really well in the durability scale, let alone this one, which is essentially completely encased in aluminum, and I think this would handle pretty much anything you could throw at it. I mean, it's not going to be probably aim point tough like throw out of a helicopter, but it's going to be damn close. And for about half the price of an aim point, running around $350, I think it is more than worth going to take a look at. I was very impressed with this, and I will be getting a few more in the future, and I'm probably going to run this on my USPSA PCC gun, and I'm probably going to run this for the testing of the JP as well, just because it's so freaking fast. It makes me look good, and I really like it. $350, there isn't much out there that compares to the durability and battery life, and on top of that, this window with the 65 MOA ring, 0 to 100 yards, 0 to 200 yards, I think it's damn near perfect. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.